So during lockdown and quarantine and all of that, you know, I thought to myself, maybe I should start working out, you know. Like, I got nothing else to do, right? Just go and build some muscle, get bulk and fit, and like... Obviously that didn't happen lah. But the good news is, while I was skipping the gym, your little Mac Mini, that usually is like your little TV box, your, you know, homeroom computer, that has been going to the gym. And today, we're gonna check out the results of that, because we are unboxing, boom, the brand new Mac Studio. Look at that beefy boy. But this is just a square box with some silicone inside. So obviously, to find out what that performance looks like, we're also gonna unbox the studio display. Yeah, I really should have worked out a bit more. Holy crap, that was tight. Roll the intro. Okay, so I think we will start with unboxing the brain of the operation before we look at its pretty face. So we'll move this to the side. We should really get bigger tables if we're going to do more of this. Like, this is even bigger. I feel like this is even bigger than the iMac that we unboxed last time. So yeah. This is the Mac Studio. I don't actually know what the specs are. Production has left that as a surprise for me, but the fools! They don't know that it's actually written right here. So it's too small for you to see. I will read it out for you. This is the Mac Studio with the 20-core CPU, 64-core GPU, 128 gigs of RAM, and 2 terabytes of storage, which means this is the M1 Ultra model, the most power M1 processor. Boom. It's a tiny little box. They really have not they just have not bothered with the design. They're just like, let's take the Mac Mini, just like, it's like 2 Mac Minis, right? It's like 1, 2, just stacked on top of each other. Boom! There we go. So obviously, it has been unboxed before. I'm just here for the experience. So what you get is this bit of paperwork. You get some papers. Look at that. Lots of stuff. But this is the one that you want, the big black Apple sticker. You stick it on everything and it immediately becomes Apple. Like, I even know a guy with an Apple water purifier for this thing. How does this open? Like, is it just... I just lift it up? Oh. I do. I feel like this wrapper is terbalik though, because it's round at the top. I think the round should be there, where the base is. So, well, producers. Fools. I think there's nothing else in the box, but it's still really heavy. Boom! So here's the little guy. You get just one cable. You get this nice chunky power cable, and that's pretty much all you get. Like, honestly, if you look on the website, like the what's in the box section, right, it's literally just Mac Mini, Mac Studio, and this thing. This is really nice though. Like, it's really tightly braided, and it feels like something that you can use to strangle people with. Like, that's nice. But then again, these marks would leave like a very distinct pattern on the neck, so maybe you want to avoid doing that. This is the little brain cell of it all. I'm going to peel back the paper gently. Nobody look at that tear, please. And then, boom! Yeah, this is definitely supposed to be the base, so it should have wrapped like that. So just pretend that you saw it like that, okay? Don't tell anyone. Okay. This is the... It's heavy. This is the little brain of it all. Look at that. Look at that. It's tiny. Look at it. It's so small. Did you hear that? It went... Pong! You gotta give it to Apple. They really know how to make something feel expensive. Look at that. Wow. The bottom here, you've got like these little like fins. These little fins, can you see the fins? They're for airflow, I think. Yeah, they're hollow. Then the air gets exhausted out the back, I'm guessing. So it's a very clean design, bro. So if I look at the ports, you get, what do you get? You get 4 Thunderbolt ports. You get, what is that? LAN? Maybe. This is the power cord. You get 2 USB-A ports. You get an HDMI port and a headphone jack, as well as a power button. But the front, you get 2 Thunderbolt ports, 1 SD card reader, which I honestly really like. Thank you for including full-size SD card readers. Apparently, Windows computer makers are allergic to this. They only give you micro SD. Like who? What? Never mind. But the thing actually I'm low-key curious about is where this thing is made. Because remember that whole thing when they just launched this, everyone was like, oh my god, there's a made in Malaysia stamp at the bottom. So I want to see if this is made in Malaysia or not. Yeah, no, it says assembled in China. Can you see that? It says assembled in China. So the whole story of this is apparently when only like the if I'm not mistaken, only the American versions get the assembled in made in Malaysia tag, because the part that's made in Malaysia is like a very specific surface mounting technique that they use to apply to the components on the inside of this to mount them, if I'm not mistaken, to the silicone itself. So that is like a very like highly skilled, and it has a very high value add proposition. So that's why it can be made in Malaysia. But actually, once everything is put together, the actual assembly still takes place in China. So basically, it's like a way for Apple to avoid charging it too high and avoid like the sanctions and the tariffs from stuff that's coming in from China. So that's what I read lah, is the idea behind it. So we don't have such sanctions, so we get the assembled in China at the bottom. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for the Mac Studio. Now we want to look at the studio display. You can't even see me anymore. Boom! Look at that. Look at that big boy. So you pull this and the whole lid comes off. Am I going to hit the camera? Oh, that was a close call. See? That's what it's like when your life flashes before your eyes. Look at that. I think I do need to stand up for a while. I was wrong. Who needs to go to the gym to work out when this is what you used to lift weights? Okay, so we're gonna take this. And now it's time for this big boy. I'm gonna peel this back. It's like a little, the whole thing is paper, by the way. So after this, you can go and paint like your Mona Lisas on it, and I think it should still be fine. So we have this, and this is the studio. Oh, it's still not the display, so you can peel this off. That still sounds good. Kerblammy, that is the display. Yeah, this thing looks awesome. It looks like a little iMac, but obviously with no computer components inside. You also get 4 Thunderbolt ports. No, you get 1 Thunderbolt port, and these 3 are just USB-C ports. There's a camera up here, and speakers at the top and bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Apparently these sound really good, so I can't wait to try it out. The model we got, as you can probably tell, is the one with the tilt option, so we can only tilt adjust. But you can opt for it to come with the full tall stand or the VESA mount. So those are your options. Okay, so we had to change our setup a little bit. So as you may notice, the lighting's a little bit different because this monitor is just so big. It's like it blocks everything. So right now we have it set up so that this is plugged in, that is plugged in, and as what I didn't mention earlier was that this monitor comes with a cable that's non-removable, which by the way, I don't like at all. Who makes monitors with cables that are not removable anymore? Apple, yes. But they also include a C to C cable for display. So you can, like for example, plug this into your MacBook, have the power run off of this, off the display, and then you don't need to, like, you know, plug in another cable to charge. Mac Studio to this. Okay, so now that it is connected, we're going to press this button. That's the sound. But as it is booting up, obviously we can't just turn it on and then not have a way to interact with it. So we have some accessories. This is the Magic Trackpad. This is the Magic Mouse. This is the Magic Keyboard. And like all Magic things in this world, none of these are included in the package. You have to buy them separately. Boom. There we go. That is the keyboard. You have the Magic Trackpad. And the Magic Mouse. Which, by the way, the only magical thing about this mouse is how hopeless it is. I hate it. It's the worst mouse in the whole world. Oh! Connected. This keyboard costs 729 ringgit. Holy crap! You know what you can do with 729 ringgit? A lot of things. You can buy 721 packets of 1 ringgit nasi lemak. The trackpad, the not included Magic Trackpad, that is 569. Let me turn it on. Boom, that's on. So now trackpad's on. I think we do that. There we go. The mouse is moving. This mouse is on, so you can also. Wait, which way is this supposed to be? This way? There we go. This is nasty. Like that click. Horrible. There is also the cool thing is that there is a Touch ID sensor here. On the trackpad, on the keyboard, there is a Touch ID sensor. So that's probably where 500 of the 200 of the 729 ringgit went. Like the keyboard itself can't be more than 200 bucks, honestly. So this display itself is a 27-inch monitor. It is obviously a 5K display, so it looks really nice and crisp. Like honestly, this is beautiful. We don't have the nano texture glass. This is just the normal. Clear one, but you can get the nano texture glass for a bit less reflection. So like for example, I can see myself, but honestly it's not even that bad, even under bright studio lights and not ideal viewing angles. The build is great, the hinge is great. It's really soft, but doesn't seem to flop around a lot. If I wobble the table, it's still solid, which means it's already better than any of the Samsung monitors that I've reviewed, because those have terrible stands. But this one, to be fair lah, this one costs, as it is with the basic stand, 6,999 ringgit. This one though, I'm not sure what the exact configuration is. This is just this box, 25,599 ringgit. What? Can I add accessories? Add to bag, add to bag, add to bag, review bag, boom. So if you want to cop this whole setup with the M1 Ultra processor, 5K Mac Studio display, Magic Mouse, black multi-touch surface, Magic Keyboard, and trackpad, this whole setup will set you back 34,275 ringgit. I'm pretty sure that's more expensive than Zach's car. But now that we have the price out of the way, obviously this is supposed to be a very capable device. It has the most powerful M1 processor, which is the M1 Ultra, right? And it has 64 gigs of RAM, a 2TB SSD, which is really fast, obviously. But does that make it worth it? I don't know, like I guess if you are, the thing about M1 processors is if you edit videos with Final Cut, then you're gonna get full advantage of this. But our video editors have been using this device to edit videos on Premiere Pro, which is how we edit our videos. And it's still, okay, it's good. It's good, definitely better than the regular M1 MacBook, which we also reviewed the last time. But it is still, like, it's not, I don't think it's as good as a comparable PC build for this kind of money. Like, I don't think it will perform that well in those non-Apple instances, right? Because obviously they want you to be on Final Cut. They want you to be on their ecosystem to take full advantage of this. But my favorite thing about this whole thing, and I think one that you can appreciate even if you are not fully on the Mac ecosystem, is this display and the speaker combo. So it's 6,999 ringgit. I've heard that the speakers are fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and play you a song or play some videos or stuff just to hear what it's like.
1996, and that enabled Astro's direct-to-home services. Suddenly, all Malaysians can get access to dozens of international TV channels by subscribing to Astro. Eventually, they launched more satellites such as Measat 3, Measat 3A, and Measat 3B. They've also partnered with other providers for Measat 5 and also AfricaSat 1A. And these new satellites enable new services, including satellite broadband. If you're watching this video smoothly and in high quality,
how good are those speakers? Like, seriously, oh my god, like, I don't think you would need another pair of speakers like for general consumption use. Maybe if you're like a pro music person, maybe if you are like a DJ, you know, you would want obviously better speakers, like monitoring speakers. But as like a general consumer, or even, I feel like you could edit video of this, right, Lukman? You could edit video of this. This is definitely the best speaker product that I've heard from Apple. Obviously, I haven't heard their Siri speaker yet. Or what do you call that? HomePod. But this is crazy. It's so good.
You must be wondering, why do we even need satellites when we can use fiber and mobile technology such as 4G and 5G? Even Astro has started shifting its pay TV customers to IPTV solutions.
Maybe like the left-right stereo imaging, not super amazing, but it's a full sound. It sounds crisp and clear. The vocals don't sound like they're artificially boosted. You still get like the low end, like the little bit of rumbling. So yeah, for monitor speakers, killer. The display itself also obviously looks killer. But the cost of this obviously is very high, and you do get a lot of premium parts. And one thing I definitely like about the Studio is the port selection, right? It's got a really nice set of ports. You even have two USB-A ports, like USB-A ports. That's like a unicorn nowadays. Like, so many people and laptops are deciding to abandon it, but it's useful for peripherals and stuff like that, obviously. Full-size HDMI, headphone jack, Thunderbolts galore, front and back, and a full-size SD card reader. So if you're talking about equipment, this is well equipped. But if we're talking about performance, obviously I don't have the capability to test it right now. But it is definitely better than our M1 Max. That much is established. I think Lukman was trying to render like a video on Premiere on the M1 Mac, and it took half an hour.
3 hours.
It took 3 hours with constant crashing. On this, it was what, 6 minutes?
It took me 6 minutes.
It took 6 minutes to render the exact same video. Yeah, so there's a very big difference in terms of performance between the M1 Ultra and the normal M1. But does it compare to like a really fully decked out PC, especially if you're running stuff like Premiere instead of Final Cut? Probably not. But I can tell you what though, a fully decked out PC probably wouldn't be like this cohesively designed and have this logo. By the way, this height is perfect for a cup holder. So it's the perfect height. Boom. And I think it gets quite warm. Does it get warm? It's not even breaking a sweat, and our studio is really cold. So if it gets warm, you can even keep your coffee warm. Huh. Imagine that. That's pretty much it. Like the rest of the stuff is the same. Like, I hate the mouse, it's rubbish. The clicks are terrible. The keyboard is utter trash. Terrible. Feels really bad. Trackpad, I like this though. This is a nice addition. I wish I could get my desktop with one of these, but I guess you could. So there are keyboard commands for that. And Touch ID is a nice addition. But besides that, that's pretty much it's an iMac, right? It's a Mac Studio, I guess. But the experience is not that big of a difference. So yeah, that's pretty much it. My initial thoughts on the Mac Studio, and also really simple unboxing, obviously, because there's not really much to unbox. Is it going to be worth your money? Probably not, unless you're like knee deep in the Apple ecosystem, and even then I'm not even sure if that's worth it. But you don't go buy Apple stuff if you want something that's value for money. So there's that. Does it work well? Looks like it works pretty well, and it will probably work even better if you are on Apple's ecosystem products, stuff like Final Cut. If you want to edit video on this, I don't see that as being a problem. The display, phenomenal, looks really good, crisp. I think I might like the clear one more than any matte design over it. The speakers, amazing, build quality, feels as premium as ever, but I would not get the peripherals. I would get other peripherals. Proper mechanical keyboard, $500 you can get a really nice ground up built one. Not this freaking 729 one. The mouse, obviously, get a proper mouse. My favorites are Logitech's G502. But if you want wireless options, obviously you have the MX Master as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think of the Mac Studio? Should they have called it the Mac Max? Why didn't they call it the Mac Max? The Mac Mini? Mac Max? Mac Max? Mac Mini? Mac Max? Thoughts in the comment section below, please. I want to hear why you all agree with me. Do you have one? Let me know what your experience with it has been like. I would love to hear that in the comment section below. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell icon so that you'll be informed whenever we publish a brand new video. Yeah, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you can also follow me on Instagram. Okay, I'll see you in the next video then. Bye bye.